Right, let's go. Hope you all are having a good time and had a good lunch or breakfast, wherever you are. Today I'm gonna be running around finding some camera angles for an upcoming episode. There are a few shows I put on my YouTube channel. One is Hellboy Galactic, which is the news show that I do most regularly, and I have some other like one-off shows like Guidance, for example, which is, well, there was only one episode, and the first episode was like a little short guide to starter ships. And one of our voice actors, the person who does Russell, actually, Media Flare, he proposed that he has another character, this guy, called Mayowen Fakrat. And he wants to do another Guidance episode with Mayowen, which is great. And he's gonna be, I'm not gonna go into all much detail about what the episode is gonna be about, but it's since Media Flare is a person who leans heavily towards RP and enjoys that gameplay, he is going to try and make a guide or short guide to, wow, that's cool, to RP gameplay. But we need to set up some camera angles for Mayowen to be reporting from. So as you can see here, he's looks detailed and good, but there's no light on his face, and it's going to be reporting from all kinds of places around Stanton. So we're going to be flying around and look for spots that are good for these kinds of things. And there are a couple different techniques that I usually do when I'm doing things like this. Firstly, we need to find a place that is well lit, and this is well lit but from the ceiling. Like if you watch up here, you get a lot of shadows on his face, and it looks well, like when you get close, looks well enough. You can do a close shot on these angles, but this angle doesn't work well dynamically. If you want to move quite a distance away or something, it doesn't work as well, because the face on the character, it loses detail when you move away. So this just looks like he has sunglasses on, basically. Maybe not now because it's very detailed, but it will be looking like that after a while when YouTube compresses, and if there's some compressing made in the rendering, it's gonna look more like sunglasses than eye sockets. But one thing I usually do is I place the camera toward the like with the back against something flat, like the wall over there. Push the camera against the wall, and if you have a straight enough angle, like this maybe, a little more, you can make it look like the camera is stationary, right, while the character is walking forward. Let's move a little more to the left and zoom in a bit. Important. Right, the lighting here is quite bad actually, but I just wanted to show, before we go any further, what it can look like. Then with the VoIP going on as well, you can have a dynamic shot with the presenter walking toward the camera like this and talking. Right, but without VoIP, it doesn't look too cool, and this place is not good for it either. So we're gonna be looking for places like this that are good for lighting your face from the front. Let's start with going on the subway. It's nice to do things like this, because the different characters have different complexion. They have different skin tones and different kind of imperfections.
Stand clear of
that
disembarking
contribute
passengers.
to certain ways the shadow falls on the face. So different places work good for different characters. So the new ability that we have, sharing the characters with each other, is actually a very useful tool. Even if it's not going to be me filming this or recording it, I can still help out finding the camera angles for this character. Sunlight is always the best. Check this out. Clean. Not too many shadows. If we can place the camera on the wall here, I don't know if it's possible. Yeah, it is. Right. So you could definitely have Mayowen walking toward the camera here and talking while going on a subway ride. Yeah, that works. Zooming in a lot, it's usually means a better result. I want the camera zoomed in to make the viewer feel like it's more personal. If it's not zoomed in, if it's like this, it feels, well, almost sick, like you're drunk, or something is just unreal. So having it zoomed in, even if the distance is still far, makes for a more personal experience, which is good. I think you tend to listen more to characters where you can see their facial expressions well. Oh, here's actually a good... You could have a good angle here. The thing with Star Citizen is you can also change the depth of field, so you see the background fades out, like you have some sort of depth of field effect, or bokeh it's called sometimes. And I think, if I remember correctly, it's dynamic to the characters, so the closer I get, the more bokeh you get on the background, to where it's almost completely blurred out. That's a really cool angle to use if you don't want to show the background too much, or really want to focus in on the character's face when they're talking. 2 computers and 2 accounts. To do which kinds of shots? You mean you shoot it from another client? I used to do that as well, if that's what you mean. I try to avoid it though, for the benefit of VoIP quality. Because when you're filming another character's VoIP, you lose some of the fidelity in the facial movements. So if I can, I tend to want to film it on the same account that I'm doing the VoIP on, or on the same PC.
Remember, your belongings belong to you.
But if I want like static movements, static cameras and people moving around, for sure it's better to use a separate camera for that.
Welcome to the
Right, our first stop is gonna be Grim Hex, unless we get robbed, of course, but
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle
going there
has
is
been
always a
delivered to
little
the following
scary.
location,
Especially in the 600i, people are gonna see how much money I have. Where is the ship? Hangar 7. So hopefully we can find some camera angles in Grim Hex. I think Grim Hex and some other parts in around Crusader should be good. One of the sand caves would probably be really cool. Oh, by the way, I gotta remember to bring an undersuit for that. Sand cave, Grim Hex. somewhere on Daymar there are also some wrecks. I think there's a 600i wreck. Maybe I should bring a gun as well, because there might be enemies there. Korea is not accessible, I think, but could try Seraphim Station while we're at the while we're in the Crusader system, and Orison as well, of course. But I'm not too sure I want to bring a live stream down to Orison, because it's already a little bit too demanding for my PC to go there. But we'll see. We'll start with Grimx. Oh, I almost forgot the undersuit. Get up. Oh, am I stuck? No, there we go. An undersuit and some armor and a gun, I think would be great. Vehicle. Undersuit. Yeah, to get the walking shots, it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, a machinima tool would be great. Like a placeable camera or a camera drone or anything like that would be awesome. Some other placeable gadgets would be cool as well, like a light to place anywhere you want. I mean, we have the light sticks, but if you have like a spotlight with a very long fall off distance, that would be really cool, like on a tripod or something. And even a green screen, a portable green screen that we could place in the world would be cool as well. Gotta fit in Grim X here, so we'll bring that. Didn't I put an undersuit in the vehicle? Okay. Wow. This must be so boring to watch. Someone pulling over equipment, and the most important thing, a helmet, and then we'll just go. Some arms as well. That's gonna look ridiculous. Oh no, those, not those pants. I need those. This is gonna look ridiculous. There we go. And a little hard enough helmet so that we don't get one-shotted. There we go. And a gun. P4 is good enough. I think I have some ammo for that too. Nope. Right, ammo probably got reset with the latest hotfix patch. Alright, let's go. Hello from Sweden. Hello, Puerto Rico. Right, engines on. Oh, the quality is... There we go. Leaving the big city will be probably a benefit to the stream as well. Let's head out. Alright, so heading towards Grimhex. Let's go to flight mode.
Please visit again.
There we go. Right. Open up the map and plot a route here. Alright, just probably right Grimhex here. Should be good. Route. There we go. Quick and easy. Let's use the boost to get out of the atmosphere. And there's Crusader. Nice. I don't know if anyone watched the latest stream where I showed this little trick. Since you were also creating machinima, maybe this is beneficial to you. When you go into this camera angle, right here, like, oh, what's happening with his eyes? The whole HUD around the player is gone. So you could use a little trick where you hold the numpad, the dash key on the numpad for just half a second, and you release it, and I was too slow. And usually, there we go. I could remove the HUD from the character, which is a good little trick if you want to be filming with your first-person view and not enter into like a third-person camera. So if I look around like this, there's no HUD around the edges of the camera view. You just go back to the to this camera angle to get the HUD back. Alright, let me just grab some water. Mayon Fakarat, what are we gonna do with you? Where are we gonna put you? There was one patch cycle, maybe 2 or 3 cycles ago, where you could use this camera angle on the ship to record scenes like within the ship with the character walking around in here, and the camera not moving around with the character, which was really cool because you could set up these static cameras that you now need 2 people to get. Which was really nice. I think another creator called Roland Rai, he was Sniping Kiwi, I think it was. He did a whole machinima within the 600i, with this being like an apartment, and he used that technique to have people walking down the stairs and still having the camera being static and sitting sort of like it was on a tripod or something like that. I hope they bring it back. It was really useful. If they release Star Engine, if that means we can import assets and make machinimas in engine, that would be really cool. Have they mentioned anything, CIG, about selling Star Engine maybe? Licensing it after they released Star Citizen, or are they gonna license Star Engine to other companies, or leave it open for creators to roam about? Because that would be really awesome. I think that would be amazing. There. Let's see how long it's actually gonna be. Oh, we're almost closer than halfway. I don't dare to stand up from my chair. When I do, I usually fall out, or it feels like it. Anyways, maybe they fixed that quite a while ago. I have no idea, because I never stand up from the pilot's chair. Never ever. It's been really nice importing other people's characters. So I'm hoping they would also let us import assets as well. Maybe assets from Star Engine into other engines as well. That would be nice. We need to refill quantum fuel. when we get to Grimhex. Almost there. Did you guys have a nice weekend? Here in Sweden we had Midsummers, where we tie a bunch of flowers to a pole, which is, I think it has some old hedonistic phallic meaning. And then we dance around the pole with flowers in our hair and sing silly songs, which is a great tradition. Everyone celebrates it. It's just as common as Christmas over here. We went to a little place out in the suburbs where there's a guy who I think he's in his 60s or 70s. He's the last remnant of a group that were really into Midsummer. So they have like the national clothing and everything. And he makes his kids stand like they're up on the stage in a row next to each other, and they show the dances to everyone, jumping around like frogs and everything. And to me, it's like I've seen him several years in a row now. He's like the midsummer guru. Why isn't this working? All right, let's turn off the nav mode and turn it back on. Oh, this looks interesting. They talked about selling the tech, which would also be StarEngine. I know other creators have imported Star Citizen assets into CryEngine in the past. Oh, that's amazing. I've seen people also being able to write scripts for the cameras and being able to customize the in-game cameras, but I think they need some form of disconnected version of the game. I wouldn't be able to confirm it, but I've heard rumors that some people are very close with developers and have like these old versions of the game, like a executable for 3.15, for example, or 3.10. And with those executables, you get much more customization, because you can, of course, alter it however you see fit, because it's disconnected. But then you have access to the game world, and you can do pretty much anything you could do in that specific patch, including programming your own camera angles, if you're familiar with how Lumberyard works. So if you get on a good enough side of a developer's with a developer, you could probably do something like that. I have no idea how that would work, because I don't have friends like those. If any developer is watching this though and thinks, hey, it would be really cool to let Sark use these tools, please, I'm very good at keeping secrets. Let me have one of those versions and I won't tell a soul. But putting out machinima with those customized camera angles would probably be suspicious, to say the least. I want it for my son to play and develop. You mean the engine? That'd be cool. Lumberyard, which is the engine StarEngine is based on, has been released on 3DE and is open source. Oh, cool. I did not know Lumberyard was open source. You had St. John the Baptist Beach Fest last night. We all jump into beach at midnight 3 times, or a body of water. Oh, that sounds nice. Midnight. A little midnight dip. They're taking the pack file from the game, decoding it using an old CryEngine program, and then importing it to CryEngine. Is that the pack file, is that the camera angle that I was talking about? Is that how they do it? Okay. Now I'm looking at the chat, but I'm a little bit nervous there because I'm really close. So I'm gonna be forking this ship here. So loose little cable there. There's some wreck up there. I'm gonna be avoiding. Oh, and there too. Let's see. Where's my hanger? There it is.
Landing gear deployed.
What's that for keyword landing? Alright, let's get up from here. Yeah, the pack file gives them the assets. Alright, cool. That's how another YouTuber's got the address in the game and did a walkthrough months before we officially saw it. Alright, that's how they did that. Is that how, what are they called again? Star... They take out 3D models from the game and they make their own like visualizations of how the ships would look from like 3D models within the game. What are they called? Star. They're really well known. Why did I forget their name? I always see them on streams and see their contents where they're made like small machinimas with like ship show reels from ships that we haven't seen yet. If anyone knows their name, please. Star something. Alright, let's see if we can find a good angle here. How's the light here? Oh, light here is good actually. Just zoom out just a little so we don't get too close. Yeah, that works. At least for a short scene. Be really dramatic coming out of the shadows like that too. I usually don't want the camera to be too far out because then you get this like this fog over the characters. It doesn't matter where you are, if you're Norcorp or Hurston or Microtech, you always get this fog. They're differently colored on the different planets, but there's no way to avoid it, and it's really hard to get the original colors back in post. So if you can, to keep the original colors, I usually try to keep the characters close to the camera as possible. But you need to balance that in between how zoomed in you want to be, because the closer you get, the less fog you get on the character. Which this looks great, but then it becomes a little bit too zoomed in. Color wise, this is good, but you need to zoom it out a little bit, and that way you could make it look more like a surveillance camera or something if you just zoom it out too much. Oh, got a gutter wash fan over there. So this is okay, a little bit too close, but still fine. Right, if we move the character we have a little bit of a downward angle. Could make the camera come down a little bit as it's getting closer. That way you get a centered view on his face now, but you move the center down on the character as he's moving back. Or so I thought, at least. Ah, there we go. Almost. Alright, maybe a straight angle is best actually. Alright, slowest walking speed. Gonna turn off my camera here. Just to get the FOIP up. Right, so you would walk close like this. I'm talking about one sentence. Now I'm speaking another sentence. And for one more sentence. Right, so about 2 sentences. But this could be done in 2 shots as well. So you could have one shot quite far away and one shot that is a little bit closer as it's getting closer to the camera. And right here is where the proper light begins, so that's where you should change to this camera instead of the first one. So how far of a walk is this on the slowest walking speed? Let's see. This is one sentence. Now I'm talking another sentence, and this is actually quite short. Maybe it's a good place to just be standing, too. If you're filming something in GrimX, you could be standing like this. Let's add a little dynamics by changing his body a little bit, shifting it a little bit to the left. Or right, rather. Right, looking like this, talking into the camera, looks alive enough. Looks a little purple on his lips though, but that's just what this guy looks like. Could be lipstick actually. This is not my character. I just thought he had a bad blood flow. Alright, so this could be a good angle. I'm gonna record just a second of this. And send it over to my actor. Alright. Could also be a little closer with more light on his face. Zoomed out a little bit more. Just change the camera like this. That works too. 1 sentence, 2 sentences, 3 sentences. And this would actually, since we're in GrimX and this is like the main walkway, you have a good like dynamic background as well, because there will be people probably coming up from the elevators behind him, running toward him, going left and right, and it adds some interesting environment to what is going on here. So you don't just watch one person talk for 2 minutes and nothing else is going on. Having a dynamic background adds a little bit more interesting pieces to be on the lookout for. Now let's see if we can find one more spot with good lights, and preferably a little bit of a longer walk. Maybe this could work. Let's see. It's a little bit dark as well. Yeah, I don't want to advise the name on your channel, but a certain jump channel, Star Jump. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Looks like a filter fog effect could be optimization. Yeah, filter fog effects they're prominent when you get too far from the camera, that's for sure. Um, 3 meters away, 1 meter away from cam. Can you have him on the left of frame? Yeah, sure. That's possible. Gonna be. Where did your head go now, Maywin? What's happening here? Ah, there we go. He can be walking toward the camera like this. 1 sentence, 2, 3, and he's walking, and it's getting too dark too fast. But we do have some very good lighting here, and it has the same same sort of background with people running around like that, which is great. Could turn him a little bit to this way, head back like that, and sure, a little bit on the side of the frame, which is great, especially if you want to show some graphic here on the left side of the screen. Could be some information that you want to show the viewer or whatever. So this is a great camera angle. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll capture this as well and send it over. And now let's head down and see if we can find that long stretch of corridor where this person could take a long walk and not lose the light. But Grim Hex is such a dark place, so I'm not sure that we're actually gonna find it, but I hope so. Near where you can do the gambling and the betting on races, maybe that's a good place to look, because there's a lot of lights going on in that place. How's this corridor? Lighting for the face looks good, but that guy in the background. Hey. This is what you see before you get murdered. Oh, he's really looking down there. All right. This could be a good camera angle as well. Especially if you want that blue light, it can really add some like emotion to the shots. Let's get the camera a little bit closer. Yeah, that works. Record just a second of that. And there is no straight corridors down here, right? No, this place is not straight at all. But if you can have some base light down here, if we can find that. The background here is very dynamic and interesting. But I don't think there's any place around here with good light on the face. Depends on how menacing you want to look, of course. And down here we only have the person selling drugs, right? Right. Do we have any lights here? No. This could have been cool, but it's moving a little bit too fast. At least for my taste. It's gonna be quite distracting to look at that. Alright, let's go to the race betting spot and see if there's anywhere we could walk for a straight line there for more than a couple seconds. That corridor down there might work as well. Or the corridors with the habs could work as well. Let's check that out later. Sorry, I'm still coming back after a cold, so I'm a little bit... My voice is a little rough. Is there anything we could push the camera against here? Maybe... What's this stretch? Is this good? We'll try. Outside the shops. Front of windows. Yeah, outside the shop. You mean the shop where you buy armor? That could work. This is good, actually. Get some light from the... Looks like light from the sun. Alright, so that is very dependent on where yellow is at the moment. And which way it's facing. But if you can get some ambient light from the sun on this side... Wow, that's a cool shot, actually. Really nice. The planet in the background is sick. That's really beautiful. I wish I was making some sort of machinima right now, because I would be rewriting scripts to get this in the shot. Damn. Just get a screenshot here or something. Beautiful. All right. All right. Sorry about getting distracted there. Now let's get back to the finding the angle. I can go so far with the camera, it's crazy. Alright, zoom in. And see, yeah, we can see his foibe all the way from here. Let's slow him down. Let's see how long we can talk before this is looking wrong. Looks good now, still for quite a while. Right, I'm actually gonna count that down. Let's add some bokeh. Right. Wow, that's quick. We're not gonna have too much time doing that. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It looks ridiculous after around 12, I think. Then we have this shot, and how long do we have with that? Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Around 12 seconds as well, depending on how far in you want to bring the camera, because you need it a little bit higher up if you want it far in, and you need it a little bit lower if you want to be far out. Far out, man. Let's save that recording. Right, so we've got a 12-second shot here in GrimX. And even though the environment here is quite dark, it's actually so dark, in fact, that the face still comes out pretty distinctly from the background. Even here, like, even if it's very dark and quite red, it shifts from this back position with some good lighting on the face, goes over to red, and goes back to some sort of good lighting here, coming in from this direction. And the background is almost dark. It's dark gray, basically, with just some small lights. So the face is still very visible. And would be... What are you doing? There we go. And would still be pretty easy to contrast in post without changing the background too much. Because the face is both darker and brighter than the background, which is good for me. Alright, so then we have a walk, a 12-second walk. We have a couple different angles in the, what's it called? Atrium, main lobby, main floor. Let's head over to Daymar. How about a floor cam as he walks in for a full to length shot? Yeah, I could try that. Could check out what it looks like. I think you have a good point with adding different camera angles to make it more interesting. If you do this walk, for example, having this angle that we were looking at earlier. Oh, now it's gone. The magic is gone. It's just almost there. But having an angle like this or on his feet is actually a good idea. Let's find the focus. If he's walking like this while he's talking and you shift between these two angles, it could look really good. Also, the feet, like you mentioned, need to bring the camera a little closer. So this could be like a third angle. Really nice, actually, especially with the tables moving past him so close. I'm just capturing this for the actor. And he would be walking, talking like this, maybe a little bit less bokeh. Oh, and there's the wall. All right, nice. Let's head out. Standing on. Okay, it's not standing on chairs. I thought we had some standing on chairs again. Right, and while this one is going up, let me turn off VoIP. And we can add it back in here. Hello. Right, let's go back to finding the ship. Oh, so nice. If you get sunlight for your shots, you can really make them stand out. This is so much more alive than any light in the game could make. I don't know what it is with this ambient lighting, but sunlight in general is like in real life. If you can get some natural lighting and you don't need external lights, that's great. But it's also very unusual
Welcome
to be that lucky.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
The best you can have actually in real life is cloudy. A little bit of a cloudy day is perfect for filming because the shadows get spread out with the light coming in through the clouds and being so much more ambient than direct. So you don't have a lot of shadows to work with, and the sun can move like several hours over the sky and you still have the same shadows like you had hours ago, which is not the case if you have a clear day. Then you really need to be mindful of your shadows moving around, and that's much harder. Our ship is in Hangar 8. Cool.
Next visitors.
Now we're gonna be heading down to Daymar and find the wreck sites. Your cameraman, nice lighting, yeah. We must know the cycle to coordinate shot in between. Film on a timer much more difficult than time. Yeah, that's difficult. Filming with a timer and only having like a short window to complete your filming is really hard. I haven't done it too much, but the few times that I've been filming in real life have all had issues like that, and it's a little bit stressful. What's the cycle you were talking about? You need to know the cycle to coordinate shot in between. For the sun, yeah, exactly. Right, let's get out here. This guy's thirsty, looks like. And we need to refill some quantum fuel as well. It's very cheap. It's nice. Daymar. And where is this 600 I wreck? Anyone know what the site is called, actually? We'll see. It's not the garden. I remember what the garden looks like, I think. Could we over? No. TPF? Maybe just a quick Google here. Fly to NT99 on Daymar set heading to 47 for 132 kilometers. Alright. NT999. Got it. I can't route there? Routing's not possible. Right, let's start with just going to Daymar. Let's find our way there and we can worry about the rest later. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. A system map with time lapses so a content creator can know how long the sun is up in each location. You know, there is actually someone who put that together called... my mind is not where it's usually at. I think it's called Verse Guide or something like that. Let me double check that for you. Yes, verseguide.com. You can go in there, search for locations, and with the location you can get some data for when the sun is coming up, when the sun is going down, probably in the future weather reports and stuff like that too. And it's been really useful for filming in certain locations actually where you need sunlight. Now that's where we're going. All right, let's get the landing gear up. There we go. OM2. Let's jump on over. Wow, this is super laggy today. That's too bad. Maybe it's because I have all these tabs up. Let me close those. There we go, that's better maybe. Alright, so we're near Daymar, and I'm gonna check it out on the map here and see if I can get the route for the site that we're going to. Right. It was called NP999. There we go, NT999. What is happening? Routing not available. Route. Here we go. He wants me to go to Crusader and then back to Daymar again. That's weird. Let's type it in. NT999. What's happening? Something is pretty weird here. Can I... Right, I guess we're going to Crusader and back. That's weird. Hopping over there, and we'll hop back, I guess. And I hope we'll see the different markers on Daymar so we can pick it manually from the surface instead of going into the map view. And I do hope we find the wreck site. There we go. Alright, we can see all the different sites. I'm gonna have to look for it manually this time, I think, because the map was not on our side. Record mining, TPF. There it is. Right. And we need to be close to the site, and then we need to set our heading to 47 and fly for 132 kilometers. And it's nighttime. This is gonna be hard. But if we can find it, it's gonna be awesome. Keep this one in our view like this, because we want to use it as a reference for when we have flown 132 kilometers. Maybe now I'd be allowed to... Are we crashing or... Just a little bit. Just a little crash. Maybe now I can put it in... Am I getting shot? Oh, yes, we are. Alright. Oh, that's... Okay. With the flight mode, you don't have any... Alright. Let's see if we can save ourselves from here. There's no shields when you're in flight mode. We're crashing quick. Alright. Personal... we're not gonna have time to do this, I think. But I hope so. Get the armor on. Oh, did we fall? Did we trip over? Oh yeah, we did. Ow. Oh my god. Alright, this is gonna be one tricky situation. We're on the surface without exploding, at least. That's something. How are we gonna get out though? We're upside down. Right. And a gun. And some arms. Alright. Let's leave the clothes. Are the doors even working? Oh yeah, they are. Alright. Everything's upside down. Oh no. Oh god. Alright, let's see if the elevator can take us down somehow. Oh! Oh, we could just yeet it out of the ship. There she is. Alright, so where did they fire from? Is that the location over there? Right, and we only have 18% water still. This turned into something completely different. Oh well. Let's see what let's see what Meo and Fakrat can do to fix this situation. That's the location. And they were shooting turrets at the ship, but I don't think the turrets are able to shoot people, right? I think we're good approaching this place. Hostile territory, yeah, I noticed. I thought 600i would be a little bit stronger actually, but I approached the Ninetail space without my shields up, so I guess I'll just have to suit myself. Did anyone leave a ship here for me or something like that? That'd be awesome. Is that the entrance or is it over here? Oh, this is floating. I think the entrance is over on this side. Alright, sorry about the machinima camera angle hunting. Now, I guess we're not doing that anymore. That's just Star Citizen for you. Anything can happen, which is nice. You really have to bring your head with your, however you say it. You need to be focused and mindful of your environment. Alright. It would be just my luck now to shoot someone that I'm not supposed to shoot. End up in prison as well. Is there anyone here, even? It's just a bunch of guns here. Yeah, this has been cleared out. Oh well. Who are you? Oh no. You better relax, buddy. If you shoot on me, I'm gonna take that jacket off your corpse. Oh, there's a Ninetail. Alright, so there are enemies in here.
I'll give it a glance.
Oh, crap. Did I bring meds? No. And I'm very thirsty as well. Hope he has water. I think I should probably log off, actually. I think that's the probably the best idea. right now, because that way I don't lose these things. I get to respawn back where I have my ship, and I won't accidentally shoot any civilian and end up in prison. So there are apparently civilians down here as well. So I'm gonna see if there's one way to get back into the ship. I can change back into the civilian clothing and log off. Let's see what you guys are saying. My draft about a space engineer and master mechanic is forced out of work. My family wakes up and in check. Uncharted systems, you'll realize she's not alone. That sounds really exciting. Are you still gonna use Stanton, I guess, for your Uncharted system? And, well, there are a bunch of moons that you could use, I guess. And Hurston looks a little bit Uncharted as well, especially in the nice parts of Hurston. Okay, let's see if the ship is still here, and if I'm able to access the clothing. There's no atmosphere here on Daymar, so I wouldn't be able to take off the clothes, take off the armor pieces outside of the ship, I think. I would have to enter it somehow. There it is. This is a good angle for Meon. I don't think he wants to be out like this fighting though. But I'm happy with the angles I got. I could show them to the actor and let him record either in Grimhex or use at least the same techniques that we used on different parts of Stanton, and see if it's possible to copy in other places as well. I think it is. I hope so, at least. Okay. If I stand super close to this ship, does it count as me being inside of it? Can I glitch in somehow? No. Right. And I don't have access to the ship. Okay. From the outside, because this is the roof of the ship. Alright. It's really cool that we survived, at least. But I think I'm gonna let Zork take a rest, relog, and go and buy some water for him. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for sticking around and checking out the stream. And yeah, I guess you'll see this content soon enough. So take care, guys. Bye bye.